Fresh out the Cali, call my nigga 40 Glock. On my way to Cali, me and Lil Shorty rock.
Alright guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the Cigar Rafi. And real quick, man, I just did this video. The recording came out weird. I don't know what happened with the sound. But, so, you want to make a podcast, right? I've been podcasting for about 4 years, 4 years now. And I think 4 years. Maybe less, maybe, I don't know. But, a while. And I've been doing it often. I do it often. Like, I do it often. So, I kind of know what I'm talking about a little bit. So anyway, you want to do a podcast. Now, you got other podcasting hosting platforms. You got, SoundCloud, Podomatic, Libsyn, all the other ones. But they cost money. Okay? And not that they're bad. I'm not bad-mouthing them. I came from those. I did, I think about 6 months on Podomatic. Another 6 months on Libsyn. And then like 2 years on SoundCloud. So, and then I jumped ship and went to Anchor. I got a lot of podcasts out there. And they're still on, on iTunes. So Anchor, let's open up Anchor. Anchor FM is the one that I jumped to. Let's go to the beginning. When you first open Anchor, let me show you how easy it is. This is simple. It's free. Anchor is totally free. And it's amazing. Like in the podcast world, it's amazing. Now, this is Anchor. Let me tell you what Anchor is for. Anchor is for everyone. But it is especially for the person who does not want to pay. Like me, I don't want to pay anymore. But I still want to do my podcast. And I was looking for something different anyway. And this is totally different. This merged like social media, podcasting is social media, but it kind of made it it merged it with all the other ones. So it sits right next to your social media apps too. It's next to your Snapchat, to your Instagram, because just audio, instead of videos and pictures. So because people still comment. So this is the main page. This is my Anchor. So when you first open it, after you make your account, which is very simple, I don't gotta explain it to you. Make your account. The first thing that comes up is your page. So this one's mine, right? This one's mine. I haven't recorded anything today, so nothing. It just takes me to the recording page, because it has a little plus sign on it right there on the bottom of me, where you see the smoke. It says you. This is me. It's telling me this is me. Okay, then I got my wheel of favorites. If you want to get some good podcasting advice and good Anchor advice, right here, go to this channel. This is probably the first one you need to favorite. That's Eileen, and she's like the queen of Anchor. But this is my wheel of favorites. So these are all my favorite channels here. Some are not there because they haven't recorded. So once they record, they'll go on my wheel and it'll spin more. Okay, but the first one on the wheel is gonna be you. So then you got search, and so you can search for different podcasts. These are all different, different podcasts out there. You know what I mean? Just all different podcasters that are out there. And then you have the record. Sorry, I got slow internet. You got the little plus in the middle, and when you're ready to record, you just hit plus. I'm not gonna record right now. And then you got your notifications. That's where you get all your notifications of people who favorited you, who clapped on your station, whatever, anything like that. Then over here you have your profile. That's my profile here. Cigars, coffee, and general talk. I talk about everything on my podcast. All right, so go follow. So, and then here it shows you the amount of claps that you have. This is the only time that I really say I want to clap. But, sorry, dark humor. Anyway, so this is the amount of claps you have, and then your URL, whatever, anchor.fm / Cigar Rafi Show. That's me, the Cigar Rafi Show. Right here, it'll show on your station, it'll show your episodes. It'll show your episodes here. And the way Anchor records is unlike another podcasting host station, where in another station you got to use your Adobe Premiere or your whatever DAW you have, meaning audio workstation. So you use Adobe Premiere or whatever, you record and you upload it. Now you can do that on Anchor too. I'm gonna do that in another video if you guys want. But here you're recording segments. You're recording 5-minute segments. So you record a 5-minute segment, right? Which I think is a great idea, because sometimes you can get your point across in 5 minutes, and people's attention span isn't that, isn't that broad nowadays. We want everything quick, and it's good that you can. You know how many? I've never thought of the 5-minute segment. The 5-minute segment. What's the word I'm looking for? Like the 5-minute segment way. There's a smarter way of saying it, but I'm not smart. So anyway, I've never thought of that that plan, I guess. Whatever, it's not the one. But in podcasting, in YouTube, yes, YouTube, you want to keep your videos not too long unless it's you have to. But and other things, social media, whatever. Podcasting, I never thought of it. I'm used to doing an hour podcast. I'm used to doing an hour and a half. Well, when I'm by myself, it's I do like 45 minutes to an hour. If I have a co-host, like I used to have when I was with Jose, me and Jose, we would stay there an hour and a half, almost 2 hours, and sometimes we're like, oh my God, we got to stop the podcast already. It's easy to get, and that's normally how you do it. But here it kind of forces you to do 5-minute segments. So in fact, you got to learn how to articulate and how to just say what you want to say in 5 minutes and get your point out in 5 minutes. Now, you don't only have 5 minutes. You can do as many segments as you want. Put them together and it creates a giant podcast. It creates, a regular podcast, I guess. A normal podcast to me is like 20 minutes, 20, 30 minutes. That's, if you're solo like me, I do solo. But if you're, like on Anchor, it gives you those 5-minute segments and it's great. So you got your episodes, and here, like, for example, each one of these episodes you see is different segments. Some are just ones that I recorded on my DAW on my phone, and then I just uploaded it to SoundCloud. To Anchor. But most of them are 5-minute segments that I put together. What's cool is that when you put your segments together, for example, here you're going to record 5 minutes. You're going to say, hey, how you doing, Anchor? This is Cigar Ralphie. We're going to talk about Star Wars today. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, finishes. If it has background music that you can add to it. Yada, yada, yada. Background music. It's awesome. I'm not going to put anything there. And you add it. You put the name of that segment. You add it. You can add music in between segments. And now it'll give you, like, so if you type like Jay-Z, a few Jay-Z songs will come out from Spotify and stuff like that, and you can add them, and just a couple seconds of that music kind of as an interlude. Or you got regular interludes, just different sounds that you can put. Also, you got the call-ins right here. That right there is probably the single most I don't got a lot of call-ins. I only got like 2 or 3, but that right there is the single most like the selling point for me. When I heard it, I was like, okay, another hosting site. Let me see where it is. Okay, it's free, but okay, 5-minute segments is okay. But when I saw that you can get call-ins and you can do interviews, that's what sold me. I was like, what? Because normally you have to, when you do a regular podcast, you're messing with Skype. There's a little learning curve. You're messing with Skype, whatever calling services you do, OBS, whatever, however you do it, however you record the call in, and you gotta, I know the stuff because, I went to audio engineering school. I met, you do mix minus, things that sometimes there's a learning curve on it, and you really don't want to mess with that. This right here, it's on your phone. You don't even need it. Like, I'm using this, and it, this is an old microphone I had that plugs into the phone, and you can do the headphone jack, but you don't really need it. You know what I mean? It's just real simple. People can call in. You can call them. You say, hey, we're gonna interview. Hey, you want to do a podcast, and it populates. You allow it to look at your contact. You put the contact in. You call them, and you do an interview, or you do a podcast. You know what I mean? So it's crazy. So that's the selling point for this. It's real simple. And when you wanna, and it automatically RSS feeds it if you want to iTunes and to Google Play. And what you do is, when you go to episodes, it'll have the last episodes that you made, right? So if you made 4 segments, that's 20 minutes. That's a 20-minute podcast because it's 5 minutes each. So it's 5 times 4 is 20. So you'll have a 20-minute podcast. Now, it will not send to iTunes and to Google Play your music interlude, as far as if you pick something from Spotify like it allows you here. That is only authorized to be played on Anchor and Uncle Hotel. So you have to be careful with that, because you don't have to be careful because it's not going to let you do it. So all you're going to do is play it on Anchor. You understand? So, I mean, it's in a nutshell, it's simple. I don't know if I explained it right. I'm not a good explainer, but just go and check it out, man. If you do want to do a podcast, I mean, it's a great way. You can put a link to your other social medias and people will follow and all that good stuff. Matter of fact, you go and make an Anchor, I'll be the first one to favor you. Just put the link to your Anchor, all right? See you on the next smoke.
Fresh out the Cali, call my nigga 40 Glock. On my way to Cali, me and Lil Shorty rock.